We've seen Rodgers irritated. We saw him irritated throughout Thursday night's game.
Yeah.
He particularly didn't like being tackled by left tackle
It was
Broderick
so
Jones
awesome.
after the
Their
68-yard
interactions are great. I love Broderick Jones. Keep doing it, Broderick.
So pissed. He was so pissed.
Yeah.
But he was irritated the whole night. There was that issue with a flea flicker that running back Jalen Warren executed, and it didn't take high-level lip-reading skills to know what Aaron Rodgers said to Jalen Warren twice after Warren unexpectedly to Rodgers flipped the ball back to him.
What the F are you doing? That's what he said. What the F are you doing?
Tomlin said that was the play.
Yeah.
And Rodgers said, no, it wasn't. So I say that because I think back to it was the Seahawks game when Calvin Austin got in the way of
Freiermuth,
the pass that was intended for Pat Freiermuth, and it got picked off. I just wonder, because you mentioned that the players are going to want to do well. I mean, are the players going to be scared of their own shadows this week? Are the players going to be thinking, oh, man, if I screw up in Aaron Rodgers' probably only game ever against the Green Bay Packers, if I'm the one that runs the wrong route, if I'm not on the red line, if I do something I shouldn't do, if I execute a flea flicker and he doesn't think it's a flea flicker, like, we've all been in a workplace where there's an unpredictable presence. Usually it's a boss, and you never know how that boss is going to be on any given day. I had a job like that once where the main person I interacted with, I never knew. It was spin the wheel. And it was like, I kind of wish this person would just be a jerk all the time, because then at least I would know. I never know. Tiptoe into the office. Never know. And what am I saying here? Oh, with Rodgers, you just never know where that nerve is, where that thing is, what's going to set him off. Although maybe it was good. Thursday night was good. We just know Aaron Rodgers is pissed.
Yeah.
He's just pissed.
Well,
just be pissed all the time. But I just wonder whether or not those receivers are going to feel a little extra nervous, a little extra anxiety, because Rodgers is going to be even more pissed if things don't go their way.
Well, I hear what you're saying. Well, I think last Thursday night, I think Rodgers knew. I think Rodgers knew how dangerous in the game was. Like, everybody thought, oh, it's the Steelers. They're 4-1. They're going to beat the Bengals, who haven't played well. I think he had the urgency we talked about on the pod, the day of the game last week, that he was like, wait, we're not very good on defense. And I know Joe Flacco could still throw it. And those two freaking receivers over there could tear us up. So I think he was on edge from the get-go. He understood. He knew that they could get upset in that game. And I think that's why he was probably more edgy than we've even seen him, I think, in any game this year. This week, he'll be on edge, but he's going to want to act cool, and he's going to want to put on a show and show them. And generally, players don't think kind of like you do. They're usually like, man, this is a big game. There's going to be lots of lights on. I can't wait to show everybody how awesome I am. Man, I'm going to be a part of Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Now, they might have to deal with some heat in the moment, like you said, if they mess up, and certainly maybe get yelled at by Aaron Rodgers. But I think generally players usually rise up in these moments and can feel it. And they'll be like, oh, my gosh, Mike Florio's on the field over there. This must be a big game.
That really is going to add.
And then Rodgers is going to look at him and go, hey, you see that guy over there? Don't read crap like that, all right?
No, I hope that's all he does.
I think I'm going to go over to Rodgers and warm up and see if he can go over to you and just give you the double barrel middle finger.
I may want to wear a helmet other than my hair, other than my chia pet head. I may need protection, because Rodgers has the skill to drop one onto my bucket.
Right in your ear hole. Right.
Yeah. Usually, I don't know what side of the field we'll be on. We were on the Packers side of the field for the Cowboys-Packers game, week 4. We were on the Cowboys side of the game.
It's usually the visiting team. So the home team usually gets you off their sideline, right? When we're in Kansas City, we're never on the Chiefs sideline. We're always on the
You're right. Well, good.
The home team usually knows. They're like, get those people away from us. We don't need that distraction.
It's going to be a long throw for Rodgers to have to make.
Right.
Hey, I think he's doing well this year. I think it's fun to watch. He was phenomenal the other night.
Yes.
He had not the second one, the 68-yard catch and run. He had that throw to Freiermuth earlier. It was a freaking piss missile.
Yeah.
And then that Hail Mary was
Had us on the edge of our seats like we always do, right? I mean,
and Joe Flacco, the whole side, it was because that game wasn't over.
Yeah.
That game wasn't over. 7 seconds left.
No,
I thought
everybody.
they'd try to put Chris Boswell in position to kick a long field goal because he can't.
Right.
But they set up the Hail Mary, and you could see every image on the Bengals side of the field. Everybody's like, yeah, we won. And just before the play started, Joe Flacco was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he's dead serious.
Yeah,
he's like, I've seen this before many a time, so I don't know what to think yet. And that's my gauge. My gauge is like my wife, right? That was an exciting moment. Because, my wife, I look at her to be like, the common fan. And there she was at the edge of her seat with Rodgers throwing a Hail Mary. And like, oh, my gosh, oh. So, I mean, everybody was doing that. And Aaron Rodgers, say what you want, whatever. He's no question one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of football. He could be the most talented quarterback in the history of football. There's a reason, like you've always heard me say, your favorite quarterback's favorite quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. Mahomes, I visit with him, it's Aaron Rodgers. You go to Josh Allen and I visit with him, it's Aaron Rodgers. I see Joe Burrow, he's amazed with Aaron Rodgers, obsessed. Yes, Rodgers is the guy that did special things for a long time. And despite what he might say in the media and all that, and some of the stuff he's gone the rabbit holes the last few years, there is a part of me as a football fan and a guy that loves legends in the sport where I do want to see him go out on a high note. I want to see it be fun here on his way out the door and us have a few more magical Rodgers moments. So I'm excited for that. I'm rooting for the Steelers to get in the playoffs. We know the AFC is wide freaking open. It looks like it's one of those years where you could get in and it's just like anything could happen, right? Other than the Chiefs, we know kind of what they are, but you know what I'm saying. For the rest of the conference, it's there to be had, and that's what's going to be interesting right now, and I'm excited for Aaron Rodgers and the possibilities for the Steelers.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.